Hi everybody. Love that Encore. Seriously, considering trying for one, I think you should. Honestly, it's a great keyboard.
Love
I'm really
you,
enjoying it.
kissing face.
Jishi, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. This is gonna tease us by typing. We'll mute it. Oh, my bad. Here, do you want to hear me type? We'll not mute it. It's beautiful, right? How lovely, Alex stream. While I'm building a keyb, perfect entertainment right in time for soldering. Are you soldering a keyboard right this instant? What are you building? Now I'm curious. Hi friends, what's up Simple? What's up Ivan? What's up Ants, Clown, Platey, Bones, Esteban, what's up dude? JQ, what's up bro? Oh my god, you actually wrote out the copy pasta? Dude, I got the weirdest email today. What Rufus just posted was an email I got. There was more to the email that I didn't show you guys, like basically like commission figures for how many toenail clippers I sell. I think it confused me for Tim. This might have been a Tim thing, but if you were one of if you were one of the sufferers of the common problem nails have, then you are in luck. Our toenail clippers is here to help. It is a specially designed clip that can help those with troubles with winding nails, hard nails, two nails, nail cracks, deep nails, and thickened nails. We are confident that our toenail clippers will provide you with the result you're looking for. Tim signs you up, bro, honestly? Doesn't Tim have a foot thing? He has a toenail thing, yeah. Toenail Tim. Black Envoy with GMK Cinder is tempting me so bad. That sounds delish, bro. Looting some milky yellows right now. Honestly, such an underrated switch. I say it's underrated because every meetup I've gone to where people have typed on, they'll be like, oh, dude, I didn't expect this. So I feel like nobody actually uses them. I got the SAG 65 because of your video. Love it so far, but the screws on the board doesn't screw in. That's weird. Chubbs, try just using, I don't remember me having that problem, but if you have some extra stabilizer screws, usually that's the same size. So maybe just use the screws from the stabs. That's a weird problem to have. Maybe they just sent you wrong screws? Very strange. Happy Friday, everyone. What's up, dude? We back, baby. Finally, another stream I can watch. What's up, dude? Pimento.
Hey.
Or Pimentaco, rather. Thank you so much for 22 months, dude. How you doing? Hello to you. I have to say, love your vids. Helps me a lot during my home office work. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I got some updates for you guys and some life stuff. First story I'll tell you guys. Alright, so I finally got a hold of JQ. Thank you so much for 5 tier 1s, man. I appreciate that, dude. What the? Thank you, man. I don't know what to say. Thank you, dude. I got rained on, if you guys can't tell. I got rained on pretty hard because I went outside and the rain started raining on me as I was finishing up an errand. But I called UPS for the 4th time. Yeah, technically 3rd or 4th time. I can't remember how many times exactly I called them now. They refuse to see it from my point of view, and the only solution they were offering me other than just pay the bill and shut up was they told me to call every single client that ships me a keyboard.
Rain started raining? No way.
Did I misspeak, Spork? Did I actually say that? That's crazy to me. But they ended up telling me to basically call every client in the past who's called UPS. They want me to call those clients to tell them to go to UPS.
I'm building a cloud line.
And they said that then when those clients go to their local UPS and get documentation, then they'll call me to talk about if we can get this looked into. I tried to explain to them many times. I don't know why I would have to ever bother someone who shipped, like, you are the company. And basically after like 20 minutes on the phone of trying to explain that it's their problem, this is a UPS problem, like their drivers dropped stuff off without my knowledge and consent and even presenting me with a price, they said, well, you have the stuff, don't you? And I'm just like, I think they were gaslighting me. Like, I'm pretty positive, and this was speaking to the supervisor, and then I spoke to a manager of that guy too. They were all gaslighting me. I'm just like, yes, but no one asked me if I wanted to pay for these services. They're like, well, you took it, didn't you? I'm like, but the price was never presented when it was dropped off. And they're like, well, the package shipped. I'm like, yes, I understand that. They're like, all right, you understand that. The package shipped, therefore you owe money. I'm like, but the money, And I'm just like, oh my God, I legitimately felt being like gaslit the entire time they were speaking to me, bro. Needless to say, I am just never, ever. I was already on the fence of never using them. I am dead set on never using that terrible shit tier company ever again. Absolute terrible customer service, absolute terrible service, and then just fees that are just abysmal, bro. They are complete scammers at UPS. Complete scammers, dude. So I would recommend you guys too, if you guys are gonna ship things to me here, just don't ever do it. Shirt lost forever then. Nothing's come in, way too lucky. Nothing at all yet. It's cringe, bro.
Corky want boing boing.
Huh? Beer fart. And also, thank you so much, Fit for Battle. You're building a cloud line? What are you building with it? With it? I'll check the tracking again, way too lucky after this. But yeah, nothing's come in yet. I did get, actually, no. I'll talk to you in a second about that. Maybe something did come in. I have to double check. I just didn't check the name on it. There's a lot of good options in Canada. UPS takes our money. Yeah, I don't ever ship with them, so you should have looped me into the UPS email. I would have gladly yelled at them on our behalf. It was bad, bro. I ended up just getting the only thing they waived for me, and this is the kicker out of all of this. They sent me all of these letters 30 to 45 days after the due date. So I physically received letters that I owed money and then was suddenly late on paying everything because I just received all these letters. So the only good thing that came out of this was I had, like, today's client would have owed an additional, I think, $35 for a late fee, but I ended up getting that taken away. So it was so dumb. Like, I would never even make the clients pay that late fee. That's like not on anyone, but anyways, it's just cringe, bro. Absolute cringe. I actually updated it yesterday, Wingy. I said, let's just never use UPS. Read about Adobe now holding your content ransom unless you accept for them to steal it. I heard a bunch of that stuff too, man. Man, everyone's just so corrupt these days. Like, dude, let me tell you guys something. I technically, this is a business I run too, but like, I would never do that to anyone. In fact, I will say yesterday, I actually did forget someone's keycaps at my house here. Like, just parts of their keycaps. It wasn't like make or break because I already had put them on. And I shipped them back on my expense, and I gave them extra stuff for me forgetting something. Like, I think there's just right ways to run a business, and there's bad ways. And once you get into that level of corporate greed and just bullshit like that, where everyone's scamming you to make $1, it's fucking awful, dude. It's just corruption, bro. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just focus on the positives for today. I'm with you guys here today. This is freaking awesome. And another positive too, our build today is going to be freaking awesome, I think. Everything is such a cash grab these days. It's so predatory. I feel bad for people that don't have the time and means to realize that. Dude, I feel like drained because of it, you know, dude? Like, it is bad, bro. Like, it is such a cash grab for everything. All right, let's see what we got today. Okay, can I say, I am so excited to unbox this. I have never seen this set in person. So, listen, I'm really excited for the keyboard, and players, thanks for sending me all this to build for you, bro, but you know how excited I am for this particular set. I love this set. I missed out on this, but we'll do gamble later. This is such a sick set, and I hope they do a round 2 of this. I don't know if it would be possible, but I just don't want the PBT version. That's the only thing I don't want. Oh, you also brought the Artisans? Let's go. I'm gonna take a look at this now. That looks so nice. Yeah, dude. Oh, this is sick. Look at this. I don't know if it's actually showing very well because it's frosted. Nowhere to be found. Oh, this is nice too. This is so pretty. Is this supposed to be the enter key, I assume? Man, my dad would love this keycap in this set. BRG looks amazing on that Encore. It would look really cool on the Encore too. F1 in Montreal this weekend. This is so fitting. It is kind of a fitting build for that, yeah. And then we have Nixies. These were lubed and filmed. Spring swapped as well. Vader, I don't know if you can pick up the new, or I guess these particular things. Some stabilizers, and what is this? Is there 2 different? I don't know if players are still in here. What does the 50s mean? Is there 2 separate things in here somewhere? All right, let's take a look at the keyboard here. I haven't built one of these in a while. 50 gram. Is that a G? Oh, it might be a G. Maybe it is 50 gram springs. The FU enter key. Have you paid UPS by chance? Just trying to get this sorted. I did pay for that one there. Yeah, way too lucky. If they lost it, they have to refund you everything, and also me for paying the taxes. So, like, this is what I'm talking about. UPS just stinks. They stink as a company. Absolute stinkers. All right. So what do we got in here? We got our PCB.
What's another way of saying 2 peas in a pod? Both of these nuts.
What's up? What's up? How you doing, you toy? Oh, we got a secondary PCB as well. I am assuming we're doing the solderable one today. Then we have our plates. Then we have the little, oh, I forgot I have to do this, little pen thingy. Solder, yes, please. Hell yeah. And we have the keyboard. So let's take a look at the keyboard today. It's a little, I don't know the right word. What's it called? The little thing to get the back off of. I think now they've kind of adopted. So here's the back. Is there scratches on it? Oh yeah, there's like a little, I don't know, is that a scratch or, let's see. Oh no, is there like a protective film on this? Oh, I think it's a protective film. Is it? I can't tell. It kind of looks like a protective film. I think I have to peel it off, but I probably won't right now. It sort of looks like it. I can kind of see like around the edges there's something there. I have no idea. Very pretty though. The negative about this board, the only negative, and I think they've kind of adopted that little sucker thing now, the little suction, is you gotta lift this up. It's a little awkward and whatnot. All right, the Spudger, that's what it's called, Spudger. What's up, Violet? How you doing? I bought a ticket for a generative AI meet in New York. First time having to buy a $300 ticket after a discount from the event head. Excited to connect with different people. I think you'll be really, like, you'll definitely enjoy connecting with people. Like, I think that's going to be, wink for the camera, that's going to be like the biggest thing, right? Let's see. All right, let's put this to the side. Let's start with our stabilizers. Spare backlight in the box as well. We can go silver mill for the build though. Sounds good. Wait, was there a spare backlight? Somewhere in there? Oh, maybe somewhere in one of these packages. Sounds good. Let's start with our stabilizers. Yummy Jane. Yeah, this is a pretty looking keyboard. So, I'm not going to do spoilers, but I will vent about one more thing, okay? Then we can stop with all our venting and what feels like maybe a negative Friday. But, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, my current ranking of Star Wars Acolyte, it was a 3 out of 10. But now I think I'm lowering it to a 2.5. I'm gonna give it that. This is probably the worst Star Wars thing I've seen ever so far. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, this is not a spoiler. I think what makes it a 2.5, 3-ish is it's the acting is very flat. Like, there's just, the characters are forgettable. The acting's flat. It's just not. It's just not it. Like, it doesn't feel like a good, well-produced show. Obi-Wan looks like a masterpiece compared to Acolyte. Herbie Herring today, love it. Thanks, dude. It's because I got drenched in the rain while I was outside. I was watching a podcast and the host is a big Star Wars fan. He's just people to watch it just for the editing. Yeah, I will say, okay, from the good points and why it's maintained a 2.5 for me, or a 3. Players, thanks so much for the prime. Is I do feel like, I guess we need all of these. I do feel like the editing and the theme of the show, minus the music, is very Phantom Menace, and I appreciate that. Like, it feels solid there. Some of the effects are good. For some reason, the costume design, I know some people were praising it, but bro, it feels off to me. Like, it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It just feels off. And then storyline is where it falls really short for me. And then the acting, the only good person in, I'd say, who's acting I can be like, okay, I would have liked more of this, is I don't know the actress's name, but the main character. I don't even remember the characters' names. That's why they're all forgettable to me. I love to have BRG set. Wish they would remake it. I was just saying that, Mortgage Dude. I was like, they gotta I know we spoke about this, but they gotta remake it. It's definitely giving Phantom Menace vibes for sure. Just not Phantom Menace funness, I guess.
Alex, thank you so much for having such an amazing community.
Thank you.
It's so nice to be part of a place where people are happy to help rather than for a profit. Shout out L1.
Yeah, dude, I also agree. It is so nice to have people help, like, being very helpful in this community, and just, like, I don't know, I feel like you're very on point with that, because I do feel like sometimes when you go to, I wouldn't say maybe particular keyboard spots, but I feel like everyone always has like an angle of why they'd want to help you, and no one's just like a good person who just wants to help just for the sake of, you know, helping a fellow friend or human being. But it is very nice. I appreciate everyone here in this community. Seriously, guys. Characters are forgettable. That's a great sign. Yeah, characters are forgettable, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy I canceled my Disney Plus subscription. Yeah, I think the show is a bit of a letdown. Well, very much a letdown. I don't know how everyone else feels about it who's watched it, but I think they're missing the point of Star Wars. It just doesn't feel like Star Wars anymore. We'll talk shit if you want a nice board that you can build a board similar. Well, you know what's crazy about that? It goes both ways with other keyboard stuff, I feel. You'll have a separate part of the community that will tell you your board's crap and you should spend the least amount of money possible and not give in to, you know, corporate stuff and all this other.
Shout to Megan for being such a cool and dope person.
Sacker, thank you, dude. Like, it goes both ways, right? You have the community where it's like, don't ever spend money because why would you do that? You're dumb. And then you have the other side of the community, which is like, oh, you only spent $100. You need to buy this particular thing because it's super hype. Oh, bro, honestly, Lego, I just got banned from our budget keyboards for saying that some group buy companies actually fulfill group buys. Budget keyboards is, I'm not going to say much just because it's pointless to rant on about them, but just don't ever go there. That's just like a separate part of keyboards that truly no one needs to visit. It's just very unhappy people. Can I ask why you even checked it out? Like, it was what, the show? Because I don't know, it's Star Wars. I watch everything Star Wars, but yeah, I think I'm done with it. I heard through the grapevine that episode 3 is going to be a huge letdown, so I'm probably just gonna rewatch episodes 1 through 3 this weekend, because I really like the original trilogy. Got here late. Do we have any updates on the QB? It's being shipped currently. It's a little slow in transit, so I did move it 1 week. But they said they did a whole bunch of refinements, so we'll check it out once it arrives. The company has disappointed me too many times to give them more chances. Yeah. It's been very disappointing. I'm chilling with my Keychron V1 stock keycaps, Aqua Jelly Pinks. Aqua switches, high key real good, bro. High key, like, I think most Aqua switches are KTT. Like, that's the brand who makes them, or they get them from KTT, and they're pretty damn good. So if you guys are ever like on a bit of a budget, or just, I mean, not even a bit of a budget, they're just great switches. I like the Akko stuff. Akko and KTT, they're very good. Anyone here want some pasta? Elkwin, what kind of pasta? Also, Elkwin, we love you, buddy. I dropped off your keyboard in the mail yesterday. I don't know if your tracking code got updated. Akkas are great. I started with them. Now I'm switching to HMX. A lot of people are. A lot of people are switching to HMX these days, I feel, for their go-tos. But if you did want to go through the process of looping your own switches, there's tons. There's tons of awesome switches you can do. Have I tried the pre-lubed KTT switches? I feel like I really haven't checked out pre-lubed KTT stuff. So I don't know the quality of that, like off the top of my head. Happy Friday, everyone. Dude, what's everyone doing for this weekend? Tomorrow, I'm going to try to take the day to chill. Sunday, by the way, Sunday, guys, I might have to move the stream. I have some family stuff that might run way longer than I anticipated, so we might be moving the stream till later on in the day. I don't know why, but after a 2-week trip and not having touched my keyboard, I went from liking HMX sound to MX Black sounds. Hey, preferences change, man. Sometimes you just need like a day off from your keyboard to really appreciate or, change up what you really think of it, Micah, 30 months. That's crazy, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Reorganizing my keyboard stuff. It's going to be a disaster, or it's been a disaster. Dude, listen. I personally need to reorganize mine too, and I'm too scared. Way too scared, dude. Yeah, I don't even want to touch it. Someone is giving away like 100 switches in Richmond Hill. Gonna go pick some up? Hell yeah. Wait, that's awesome. It's a fair amount of switches, actually. I just bought Scooped my friend Evan Williams. What happened? Streamer compliment my strash. They're from Hype. You have a mustache? Oh yeah, you have the mustache like me, right? I saw your stream. Hell yeah, dude. I bought Evan Williams? What is that? Dane, did you end up getting any of it yesterday? What did Dane get yesterday? This is exactly why I switched from the Aqua Penguins to Jelly Pinks today. Also did the O-ring burger mount. And it's some decent flex. Surprised for a steel plate. The mounting style is way more important, I feel, a lot of the times than plate materials. You can really change the way your keyboard is with your mounting style. Have you ever bit your mustache? No. I don't let it grow that much, man. Even when it was really, really, really long, like I trimmed it underneath. I don't think I'm ever going to let it grow like that again. I think that was too much for me, and I don't like the way it feels. And like, this is another thing too, when you're sleeping with any big beard, your beard will flatten out, and then you got to like wash it and stuff. It's just too much work, bro. It's just way too much work. So, ultimately, I think this is as much as I like my facial hair. Do you lick your mustache? Nah, man. Wait, I only trimmed underneath. What now? I just don't. It just feels weird, man. 8-hour stream today? What's up, Kush? No, not today. Zeal, months are flying. So nice. So, man.
Months are flying, smile.
How are you doing today? Yeah, this whole year has been flying by. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Finally dug out in my notes. I used 63.5 gram slow springs, 105 plus 205. So you used 105 on the springs, 205 on the stems. Well, I mean, that's exactly the way I like it. 63.5 too. These feel a little lighter. But I think typically, if you're not using a longer spring, they don't always feel like super snappy, which is fine and great, because that way there you get a nice lighter feel to them. This is a completely different board with burger mount, and also only mounted the 4 corner standoffs. Really should have done this sooner. Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I've been really doing too, which highly recommend to everyone here as well. If you guys have some old keyboards you just aren't using, I've been doing this thing where I've been going back to all my old boards and kind of giving them some new life by either changing up some stuff from what I've learned, or switching out switches, or redoing the stabs. It's been kind of a nice little side project. I have another one I'm going to be doing coming up. I'm going to redo two of my boards. I have one of my old Mode 80s that I want to revitalize. And then I have that board from, I can't remember what it's called now, from Archetype that I have lying around that I want to redo because I don't like the switches I put inside of it. And then recently, I even redid some of the mounting positions on my derivative. I'm still not 100% with that, but will I be building this spider? I know which one that is. I probably won't though. Oh, my Minerva, that's what it's called, yeah. No one's reached out to me for that, so. The M60A? I don't know, man. Is there a way to even make that keyboard sound good? We're doing TX, right? Yeah, TX. Hello, Mr. Toes. Glad to catch your stream. Just made me some lunch. What you eating? I had a big bowl of oatmeal this morning, and I kind of poured too much in the bowl. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really realize how heavy oatmeal can be. So I'm probably not gonna eat lunch today because I am like bloated. It is not fun right now. Am I jumping on the Ruber? I can't even pronounce that Stillwater. The Ruberho stuff? No, I am not. I think I voiced this a little bit. I'm not particularly fond of the way they're running that particular thing. I don't know. It's just something about it rubs me the wrong way. So you should stream the old builds. I mean, I have them scheduled, but I'll usually just get rid of them off the schedule if client keywords come up. So sometimes I just do them in my own time. Dude, oatmeal's the best breakfast. Yeah. I have this like, well, it's all gone now, but I had this like chocolate one that I had this morning. It was so good. I think just the idea of like, you buy something, then you get access to buy the next thing. It feels very hypey hype beast kind of style kind of thing. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's just not for me. Like for example, if I just wanted to buy one of those things, I should just be able to buy one of those things instead of having to like go through this process and make it all convoluted. It just doesn't feel great to me. So I don't know. Some people like it. That's fine. For me though, I'm not 100% into it. How do we feel about sweet breakfasts? Give me an example. What's a sweet breakfast? But gating it behind keyboards, basically a $150 ticket is pretty eh. Yeah. That's kind of, I'm with you, Toy, there. Like, it just feels very gated. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. French toast? Oh, pancakes? Oh, dude, 100% then. Yeah. Sweet breakfasts are great, but I think it has to be a particular sweetness, if that makes sense. I think my ideal breakfast, though... Oh, man. By the way, guys, I love breakfast foods. I think my ideal would just be a biscuit, right? You cut that in half, you put a nice... egg, bacon, some toppings, and some onions, stuff like that. You get a nice little egg sandwich, and then you get some sides, like some fruits. If you're feeling up to it, usually it's too much food for me, but I don't mind like 1 or 2 pancakes with some maple syrup on it, and then a cup of coffee. My other ideal breakfast is just some eggs, bacon, and some toast. My mouth's fucking watering right now, even though I'm not hungry right now. Breakfast for dinner is always nice. Dude, that is one, not guilty pleasure per se, but I absolutely love breakfast for dinner. It is so nice. By the way, is my music too low or too loud, guys? What would that consist of, Matt? What's a Filipino breakfast consist of? It's a tad low. Let me turn it up a little bit. I thought it was, it's relaxing. Let me know if that's too loud then. How did you find, oh wait, did you know I found out that I needed clip-in cherry stabs yesterday? You needed them for your board? I always need cherry clip-ins. Cherry clip-ins give me life. And if anyone wants to know, these are TX stabs. I do them all with 205. I've tried other lubricants. I always end up coming for these particular stabs. I come back to 205. I do not use XHT. I do not use dielectric grease for this. It's just way too thick. It clogs up these stabs. Even if you put a little bit of XHT, kind of clogs them up somehow. I always end up coming back to this plain and simple method of lubing them. To cut cherry insert. Oh, yeah, you do have to clip them. You definitely do, or else they sound very boring and flat. We got some nice cool weather today. I don't know if it's still raining, but I do appreciate it not being as boiling hot today. I feel like we haven't had any in-between weather-wise. If price isn't a concern, would you still also choose cherry clip-ins over the new Duroc? So, to be fair, I have not tried the new Duroc screw-ins, so just we'll keep that as a thing here, but I think the stab debate is interesting, because on one hand, you have a lot of people, and I don't know where you guys stand, who will be like, if you spend $500 on a keyboard, why are you afraid to spend an extra $25 on a set of stabs, opposed to $15? Like, why are you trying to save $10 on stabs? But then you have another end of the spectrum, and which I'm kind of on, which is a lot of these stabs, at the end of the day, if you know how to lube them all, you're not going to really tell a whole hell of a lot of difference. So is that $10 really worth it? And that's kind of how I feel with cherry clip-ins. I much prefer knowing that I can spend $10 on a set of stabs and with a little elbow grease, get them to sound like $25 stabs. Because, I think we also have to think about it like this. Savings are savings. Like, if you can save $10, $15, you can put that towards something else. But, What's up, Gio? I don't think it's about the money component. It's about finding a workflow. And that's a really interesting point, too. I never thought about it like that. I guess some people might prefer the workflow of buying maybe stabies, for example. That's very true. I guess I like putting in a little bit of that extra, I'm not going to use the word effort, but maybe effort. Stabs are the worst expense in the hobby by far. If you buy a lot of stabs, that's like $10 per purchase, which adds up a lot. Yeah, that's very true too. Hi, G. Everyone say hi to Gio. Since when has any of these things we do in the hobby about money? Wait, what? Zombie, what are you talking about? I feel like everyone always makes it about money. An accident? That's crazy. Hi, Gio. How's your day? How's the weather there? We're not going to use these because, well, actually, it's up to the client. Do you want me to use these? I find these always fall out, and then they end up pinging around the bottom of the
tier
keyboard.
1 sub to Gioran. They have given 69 gift subs in the channel.
Dude, thank you, Megan. I appreciate you. I'm indifferent. I despise those things too. Yeah, I'm not going to use them. I don't know if you guys use them and have no issues with them, but I always have issues with these things. They are my least favorite. Also, I saw someone compliment my USB pen. This is really old, and I think this only holds 500 megabytes. It's from 2008. So, it's not very big, and I don't know what to do with it anymore, but it's the coolest thing ever, and I really like it, but it doesn't hold much at all. It's not a big USB pen. 2008? Look at that. Look how cute this thing is, bro. Yeah, 2008. Look at that. I have that same brand except the Ice King from Adventure Time. Oh, really? It's pretty cool. It makes for a nice decoration. Yeah, the only reason it's on my desk is, well, let me tell you guys. I had to move a file that was 420 megabytes from one computer to another. And even though it's 500 megabytes, it's not actually 500 megabytes. And it's been so long since I plugged this thing in. I'm like, how big is this? I was so blown away. It's like actual usable space is like 390. So I don't really, doesn't really hold a whole hell of a lot. So most file sizes these days are giant. I love Mud. Thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate you, bro. Is this the solderable one? I think this is it here. Sorry for all the spam. Dude, you don't have to worry about that. If you put equal amounts of elbow grease and cherry versus Knights, which do you prefer? Cherry. I mean, dude, here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, I think the hobby is fun when you get to spend some extra time putting in some extra work into stuff. Everyone's a little different here, right? Some people prefer a streamlined kind of experience with their keyboard stuff. I think kind of tweaking things to their utmost perfection is kind of fun to me. So if it means that I get to do that and save $3 or $4 or $5 and sometimes more, then yeah, I'll do that. Like I'd rather utilize my time in having a bit of fun, you know, tweaking something to perfection rather than just having that thing that kind of just works. But we're all a little different, right? Some people don't want to do that. And I think that's fair and that's fine. That's why there's so many options that do so well. But that's just my opinion. Oh wow, a bag that's not gonna vacuum seal on the PCB. Have I seen the GMK Noir Cream set? Yes, I posted it on the Novelty socials this morning. It is a lovely, lovely set. I have to admit, the more I look at it, the more I realize that I think I prefer it over the original. Probably not everyone's take on that, but it is quite nice. Alright, let's plug this in and test this. Do you also like scratchier stabs? A little bit, and I think cherry stabs can give you that ever so slightly. They can give you that smidge of a... No daughter board? No daughter board on this one. They can give you a smidge of a scratchier stab. Let's go to Via. Ultimately, just find what works for you guys. It's always gonna, you know, we're always gonna have to experiment with stuff in this hobby, right? So just find what works for you guys, and then we go from there. Oh, of course, Via just crashed. Why wouldn't it? Is it the Jane V2 Me? It's a Jane Me. Is it a V2? That I'm not too positive about. I don't actually follow the Jane stuff all that often. OG Jane, there you go. It's a bit difficult when your currency is useless and everything is expensive. As a Canadian, I can relate. As a Canadian, our dollar's not super, super bad, but when you look at anything on US pricing, you're automatically adding like 35% plus big shipping and then border fees. So everything's crazy to import into Canada. Everything is. Just don't be Canadian. Easy. Easy peasy. This is when keyless it is. Good things for everyone. It's been a while since I've looked at this PCB as well. I think I've only built 2 of these boards ever. The Jane V2 or the Jane Me's. US is like 20 times currency. Oof. So you definitely have it way off. Way worse off than I do. Think about Canada for exchange. Any advice? What do you mean by that? Like currency exchange? Or like coming here for schooling and stuff? I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think Canada is super great for job markets right now either. So from what I hear, it's just as hard as everywhere else. if that's kind of what you're asking. I probably food and life. Food's fun here, but yeah, I don't think the job market's all that great here either, to be honest with you. I think most of the major cities, the expectation is you have to be like, to live in a major city and own stuff in the major city, you have to make it a pretty penny. I think rent's sort of stabilizing at what it's currently at, but it's still very high. Alrighty, let's put these things on. Any news on a place? Yes, probably going to be doing some moving soon, but still all in the works. Nothing finalized, I guess. But hopefully we get to find a new place to rent or move to. Hopefully looking for also something with a bit of a bigger space for me to work in as well, you know? Why is this being so finicky to push in? Gosh, what is going on? These are not popping in at all. Hello? I'm in Toronto. My landlord told me this week they want to sell the place. Not looking forward to finding a new place. I feel like that's happening to everyone I know, J2. Everyone I know right now is having that issue. I had the exact same issue on a set of TX stabs lately. Did you? Like, dude, this is just not popping in. I'm gonna be honest, players, if these don't pop in, if you're down, I'm gonna switch you to cherry clip-ins. What the fuck? Did they do something to the tolerance of this? Sheesh. The clip-in agenda? That is not going in, dude. That is 1000% not going in. I might have to switch it to a set of cherry clip-ins for that. Holy, these are just... Did they change something? No problem. Let's see, can I get these ones in? It's one. Big cherry spreading propaganda? Is it propaganda? I do not like the way these are sitting, but hold on a sec. Is it too tight? It just feels like the base of the plastic on this stab is just not... Okay, we sort of got it fitted in now. But these are going to be problem. We have to switch stabs. We have to. Look at this. Here, let me show you guys. This is a big problem. So actually, this could be another reason why we don't use these things. I don't know if I can show you guys this well. See this? Actually, can I just do it this way instead? See the stab, how it's like there's that small little gap right there? That's how it's supposed to look, and it just pops right out. So you can even see on the bottom here, if it wants to load, or see how it's not actually pushed through all the way? And I can still, you can hear it a little bit too. It's not sitting well on the bottom. Alright, we will have to probably switch stabilizers here. I wonder if it's just exclusive to this particular keyboard, or... Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Are those 1.2 mil? They might be. Are they? Oh, you know what? They are. These are the wrong stabs. Good call, Zosco. I didn't even think to check that. So we will put these back. Bro, no way did I send the wrong set. It's okay, players. I got you a cherry clip-ins. I don't have any TX stabs, but I got you a cherry clip-ins. I don't actually buy these ones here, so. What was missing information? God damn it. Nice.
Hey, cutie.
Upgrade? A little bit, I guess. If you want to consider that. Actually, these won't go back in the box very well. Send them back to UPS. It's okay. You know, that's also on me. I probably should have just looked to see if they're a 1.2 or not. I keep forgetting they come in 1.2s. All right, let's get some cherry clip-ins. Free upgrade for the win. Karan, thank you, dude. I appreciate the 17 months. Thank you. Old, reliable cherry clip-ins, baby. Sorry, players. Well, maybe not sorry, because these are, in my opinion, better stabs, but it's okay. Good morning, chat. I have slept a total of 40 minutes. Krydar, 40 minutes? My bad, tossed the wrong pack in. It's okay, dude. Don't worry about it, man. More fun to spend time on stream with everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I didn't think to check the label either. Should make the boxes different colors. That would be nice. Use sandpaper, reverse the shims. Would that actually work? Pocket cherry clip-ins. You know what's funny? I think out of all these cherry clip-ins I bought, I've ended up using 3 sets for myself and the rest are used for clients. Because let me tell you, this is not a knock to anybody. A lot of the times people, it's like the most common, do you guys know this is the most commonly forgotten thing in client builds? Is stabilizers. I don't know how it happens, but it's the most commonly missed item to put in a box. So I'll buy these in bulk just in case people need to use them, I guess. All right, let's do some clipping. Time to send Alex more stabs. I think I'm okay for now, but soon I will have to do a little bit of a repurchase on my stabilizers here. I almost forgot the stabs for my board when I sent it to you. Elk1, do you want to laugh? I packed your board, and guess what I almost forgot to put back in your box? Your stabilizers. They just weren't meant to be, dude. But don't worry, they're in the box. I swear to God. Leave them? What happened? The clips? We gotta clip them. We have to clip them, players. They suck without them clipped. I wish I was the stab between that cutter. Huh? Gummy. I can say with utmost confidence, I like both boards. I think visually, I prefer the Encore. But some people, I've been told some people don't actually like the way the Encore looks. They prefer the 65. If you were to get a copper bottom 65, these sound pretty much identical. Like, maybe not today, but I can move this assembly into the 65 and I can guarantee you they're going to sound almost identical. So I don't think it's more of a thing of like which I prefer sound and feel wise, because I don't think there's much of a difference there. But I personally think just go with whatever style you like. I like the big wood accent on the Encore. I think it looks really nice. Oh, leave the TX 1.2s there? No, I'll send you those back. You're all good. I'm not a big TX stabilizer fan anyways. Do you advise against sanding down the cherry stabs after clipping? Do you mean this little part here? The way that I clip them, it ends up looking like this. So there's not much really to sand down. This is how I clip. I clip on a bit of an angle downwards. So that's what I do. I don't think I need to clip them in my case, but that's how I clip too, at an angle. Yeah, I feel like that eliminates the need for any sort of like extra bits and pieces that might be laying around. We are made for each other, Alex. Frank, you're making me smile today, dude. God damn. Hi, Frank. How are you doing today? Hope things are well, sir. I love the look of that wood with the green olive keycaps. Dude, I know it's sick. It's so nice. It's okay. We get to spend extra time now doing the second set of stabs. Honestly, I actually think these are a better fit for the Cherry Nixies anyways. If I'm being real. These will give you a little hint of scratch that'll pair very well with the Nixies for your stabilizers. Some cherry on cherry action. It's meant to be. So after taking some time with the Encore, how does it compare to the 65? Oh, we actually just got asked that, Toxic. And the honest thing, they feel and sound identical almost, like maybe very minute differences. It's really just up visually. Oh, you're good, Toxic. I love answering questions. You can literally ask the same question. It's fine. Like, you're not here, obviously. I can't fault you for that. I will say it's just up to you visually. I do think this is a bit more comfortable because of this cherry lip to type on, and maybe I didn't add that before either. Maybe that's kind of the key difference there. But they're both visually very pretty. It's just really what you prefer, right? I think one of the most underrated things about keyboards that people don't realize until they use one is low front heights. I was actually really into any keyboard that visually interested me and I like the sound before I realized how much I wanted and needed low front heights. Now that's one of the key things I look in keyboards, because it's just a comfort thing, right? And you know what? You guys can call me old, I don't care. As you get a little older and you just want things to work well, you know, you also want comfortable. You also want comfortable, right? So it just, for me, it's just I'd rather have that comfort than anything else, you know? The cherry lip and wood would sway me to the Encore. It is a nice combination of colors too. Little wood accents and whatnot. Oof. Depends on how high you keep your wrists when you type, to be honest. I don't like floating my wrists. It fatigues me. It makes me feel a little tired, Soran. Probably would snag a 60% Encore. Oh, I wonder if Matthew's ever going to do that. That would be cool. Actually, that would be really nice. I'd actually snag one of those too. The green, copper, and walnut for the Encore is so hot. I have to admit, it's a very nice colorway. I think I slightly prefer it than the black and walnut, even though that's a pretty classy looking design too. But it's pretty nice, man. Gummy, I actually don't know if I've used any MX2As yet. I think I have, and maybe I didn't tell the difference, but I really don't know. It's just one of those things I haven't like gone out of my way to order yet. The purples are MX2As? Yeah, then they felt good. But I think also in the same breath, if I'm telling you that it didn't make like a make or break difference to me, then you probably won't notice right off the get-go either. You probably won't notice. My hands are so shaky today, guys. I did some rowing yesterday on the rowing machine. That was pretty crazy. Also very tough. Rowing is actually so difficult. I know I already asked, and sorry for spam, you don't have to apologize. I'm not super sure on using clip-in stabs. Are cherry screw-ins much different? Cherry screw-ins I don't have a crap ton of experience with. But I would say that the only big difference... There's a lot of nuances to stabs, I feel, but like ultimately, there's just more you can do with clip-ins because you can use them for O-ring builds. But don't be swayed just because of that.
I wouldn't mind you having a high front height, because you always make me float. Have a great day, my guy.
Huh? Where am I? It's a little sussy, Keep Apothecary. It's a Friday. That's crazy, bro. Damn. My purples had a fair amount of lube in them. I think the ones that I did for the client I think they were dry. Row machine is a solid full body exercise. Yeah, it's the only machine I want to use these days. Honestly, I can do like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do the rowing machine on the level 6 or 7. If I do it on the level 4 or 3, I can do like 10 minutes. If I do 6 or 7, 5 to 6 minutes tops. I'm trying to get past that point. I want to actually do more rowing stuff. Like I really enjoyed it yesterday. It made me feel really good. But I want to be more consistent. I'm very bad with consistency on using that machine. So keeping the heart rate up is key, to be honest. For the rowing machine, yeah, I'm still... my form, I think, is really good on it. Because I have, you know, I remember doing that a lot when I was working in the fitness industry a little bit. I have to do a lot of research on that, but... stabilizing the keybs. Yeah, we're stabilizing stuff right now. Do you do calisthenics? No. I do stretches in the morning though, just because I'm trying to get my posture to be better. Dude, like doing this, I don't know about you guys, but doing this all day, looping switches, dude, my posture now, I'm like bro, it's crazy. I'll walk around like this now outside. So I'm trying to get better with my posture. But yeah, I got that switch lubing neck, you know? Doing that kills my back. Yeah, absolutely kills my back, dude. It's so bad, bro. The MX neck? Oh no. Is that what we're gonna call it? Is that the unofficial name? Thank you, HMX. True, actually. Saving one neck at a time. That's crazy. But yeah, no, it's definitely a full body exercise. Like, leg, it hits your like major muscle in your legs, hits your core, your arms. It's crazy. Monster Hunter Wilds. What is that about? What is that particular one about? Do you still rebalance wires? So most of the stuff in my bag is pretty much balanced already. Like I went through everything in my bag. Balancing is good, don't get me wrong, but overbalancing a stab doesn't do much. Like, just have it enough to the point where it's not a curve and it's relatively flat. If it's 98% of the way there, then you're good. You're fucking golden, dude. But I would not personally spend too much and put too much weight into the idea of having it like, you know, 100% leveled like that. You won't notice that much of a difference, to be honest, if anything at all. Okay, don't hate me for this, guys. I'm not the biggest fan of Monster Hunter. I've tried to play it twice now, and I couldn't get into it either time. It just wasn't my cup of tea. That's all. Canceled? Okay. Thanks, dogs. Me neither. It's okay, I'll play it for you. Discovered your channel from YouTube. Great content, man. Really starting to think about getting into custom keyboard world. Dude, you should totally get into it. I think, so if you're new to it, I think half the fun is kind of creating your first board and picking all the parts and waiting for everything to come in. Gives you a bit of anxiety, to be honest, but it's a fun experience. And then I also think the other really awesome part about this hobby, and I think it's something you shouldn't overlook, I really think the community aspect of the hobby is absolutely fantastic. Almost dropped that. But I think you should look into that too. Joining Discords, conversing with people, the meetups that are held, all very fun aspects of the hobby, and I think you'd really enjoy all of it. So, dude, this is still a very tight PCB to get these things in. We're looking better, guys. Stay in Alex's community? Well, you can join anyone you want. Maybe my community is not the right one for you. Who knows? But ultimately, there's a lot of options with a lot of different personalities you can join. So it's fun, I'd say. Maybe that new streamer Teja? I haven't seen Teja do anything in a while. Is he, I should check up, message him and see how he's doing. The unlisted item included in your first board is a loving community. Yeah, I'd say for the most part, like there's some really awesome places you can go ahead and like just learn in, you know? So it's pretty fantastic. All right. Now, what plate are we using again? Let's go find out. Let me look at the build notes. Thinking of your solder release, there's no PCB layout options on the site. Do you know if solder has ISO support? Let me double check with that. I don't know if we're going to be using the original ones, but I'm assuming JMS, it's probably going to be the OG sonnets. So like the PCBs. So I would look at those and just, if those have it, I can't remember if it does now. I think it did. Then it probably will. But as far as I know, it should just be the exact same PCBs. I will double check that for you guys though. Actually, it'll be shipped pretty soon to me, I believe. We're doing carbon fiber today. Ooh. None. I think even the first one, like the first drop of the collaboration colors, it did well, like, and I'm very grateful, but I don't think many people who weren't into my content got it just for the, like, there's no resale value with that kind of stuff unless you need that colorway, but I don't think there's going to be any. It's not like a hype release, I'd say. You can still buy the regular Sonnet. So I don't foresee there being any problems with that. I don't think there's going to be any sort of like bots. Besides, I don't think I'm that important when it comes to those kind of things. Switches. Put some stuff away here. There's a number and your signature. Yeah, I understand that, but I don't know. I don't think so. You still buy the regular Sonnet, but lots of options are sold out and won't be restocked. Yeah, it's because they're making way for the new one. I can see that Envoy and MM for 550. Bro, I think that guy bought it. That person bought it. And that thing has been up there for 550 since the day it came out. And nobody wants it because, can I be honest? It's not worth $550. It doesn't even make sense why you'd flip a special edition color of a keyboard for 550. Especially because it's available. You can buy it off the website. Not in that particular color, but it doesn't even make sense to me at all. Still hasn't sold. It's kind of a chuckle every time he posts the bump. It's so stupid. A Vento for 1,000? People really do be overvaluing their stuff. I'll tell you that much. Preposterous? Bro, yesterday I was in a call with a few of the guys. Tim and Angel were there. And I don't remember what we were doing, but I was joking around and I said, that guy really catched a wallop. And I kid you not, Tim and Angel were laughing so hard at me for saying, like, he got, walloped or whatever. I don't remember the word I used. Laughing so hard at me, dude. How old are you, dude? It was supposed to be a joke. 90? Oh my god. Boink. Anyways, that happened. Alexotos. But you know what? Let me tell you guys. Tim, I don't know if you guys saw my story on Instagram. Tim went over to Angel's house, right? And you know the bars of soap? Angel has a bar of soap, and Tim needed to take a shower. And basically what happened was, what Angel told me was, while Tim was showering, you know the bar of soap, how it has like a layer around it? He didn't like it because it looked like crust, and he broke the bar in half. So now Angel has a broken bar of soap. Not cool, Tim? Yeah, we tweeted it, so. It's just weird energy from Tim Keelis, bro. Now he has 2 bars of soap. Hashtag not cool, Tim. Can we make that a thing? This is a hell of a nice config for this Jane today. Yeah, I'm actually very excited to put this together. Even the keycaps are going to be super nice on this. Like, it is just a genuinely good configuration. We gotta make that a thing? I think so. I thought that was already a thing. What, the hashtag not cool Tim? If it was, I wasn't aware, but now it's truly a thing. Carbon fiber on Nixies on a Jane is getting me excited. I can say confidently though, I think I've only done Nixies on carbon fiber like 1 time. So, and it was good. So I think this is going to be really good too. And these Nixies are done very well. Do you think on my moment I should do Nixies or MX Blacks on PP? It depends. I think personally I would do MX Blacks. Are you doing like Vince or are you doing like just Hyperglide type thing? I think there's a bit more of a higher pitch sound signature that usually comes out of like Hyperglides and stuff. I think you might enjoy that more. I feel like these have a bit more of a bassy tone. Toxic. Between the Ruberhaku or the Kohaku and the Encore, what would you recommend? This is a toughie, and I feel like I'm gonna get some people mad by saying this, but I would probably go with the Encore. Don't get me wrong, the Kohaku is a pretty looking keyboard, but I also think I just like the design styling of this more than I like the Kohaku, or like in general. I think both sound signatures are great. I also sort of like the mounting style of this. And I know it's probably not a popular opinion because Kohakus are very popular, and don't get me wrong, I like the Kohaku. But I am, I've said this before, I've been really into just different materials being used on keyboards and just kind of layering different materials. And we got copper, we got aluminum, we got wood, and we have an excellent mounting system for this. And, you know, Matthew aside, you know, Matthew's a great guy and I love him, you know, and I don't want to, you know, be biased and say just because, you know, Matthew's been very involved in like our, you know, the streams and community and stuff, but it's an excellent design. And for me, I would pick this one here. I know it's not the more popular opinion. Oh, look, Matthew's in chat. What's up, Matthew? I know how sought after Kohakus are. Like, I get it, so. I have been chatting with UPS through this whole stream. Been transferred twice. Wait, way too lucky. Did you send me the tracking code? Let me double check. I'm telling you, dude, UPS is just fucking trash. Let me look at your chat here. Let me see. Is this really an internal error? Hold on one sec. UPS.com. I don't even know. I didn't check today what it said, but why is it asking for payment again? That is pretty silly. It needs to be paid on my end, yeah? I don't know, dude. That's so stupid. I'll give them a call too or something like that. I don't know, working with them now? Okay. UPS is dumb? Don't stress about it? Sounds good, sounds good. I'm on it. What switches we working with today? Nixie's. Way Too Lucky. If they make you pay again, let me know, because I'll send you back the money that you sent me for that. Hi Alex, this is the first stream catching you live. I've been watching your replays on YouTube for like a year. Glad to be here. What's up, man? How are you doing today? Hand lube? These are hand lubed, yes. Hand lubed, filmed, and spring swapped. Because you already paid? Well, unless they said my credit card doesn't go through or something, I can show them the receipt for it, because I know I got charged for it, but maybe they just didn't let it go through on their end. Can confirm general consumer service UPS sucks. It's only good if you have a business account. Yeah, that's been a pain in the ass to even get set up too. I'm assuming so, Plady. Maybe my payment, even though it went through on my credit card, didn't go through with their system. I have no idea. I'm feeling fantastic. My GF and I adopted a puppy recently. Ooh, I'll have to check that out here in a second. That's a good feeling. That's a really good feeling. Just adopted a kitten this week. Oh, that's so cute too. We're considering maybe in the future getting a puppy or something, but I'm not sure. I don't know what our future looks like for that. I'm also a little nervous to have a pet with the amount of client stuff that I do, so. My kids kind of count as my pet. Just don't let them hear that. How's the kitten? I heard kittens can be a pain in the butt for the first months. Is that so? I don't know too much about pets personally. What's the most aesthetically pleasing board you own or have worked on? I would say one of the most pleasing boards that I've done, like aesthetically, that just hit a lot of notes for me. The Quantum 60. I don't have one to show you guys, unfortunately. I think the Event Horizon, the Encore has been very aesthetically pleasing too. The Ori 60. I think those are some to say a few. This one here is, the leg on it's not very good. But to say a few, I think that would be it. We've been having issues with our building's mailroom. No distributors allowed to use the docks for any building. We're in a city park kind of setup. We have a bunch of electronics on pallets that cannot be delivered to the buildings. The park has 5 buildings. We can use 2 of them. Yeah, when buildings start putting restrictions on that sounds so frustrating. So like, what do you guys have to do? The first year is a bit tough teaching it good habits and stuff. After that, your cat can be an absolute angel. Oh, that's awesome. I think that's what I would maybe like in the future as a cat, but I don't know. I don't know what that has in store, you know? Make sure these are all seated nice and flush. Or you know what, actually, Way Too Lucky? I wonder though, because maybe they just are asking for another payment because they refunded me. I can take a look later. I have a feeling Way Too Lucky, what they did with UPS there was my payment probably didn't go through for like 24 hours because it takes like time for it to process for them. They had probably already attempted 1 or 2 deliveries because we didn't know about the payment. And then I don't know, man. Don't stress about it. Chris dealing with it. Sounds good. We have a building closer to downtown, but we are planning on closing it by the end of the year, so we're working on a third party to have our shipments sent there. Hopefully it's not too much of a hassle. Honestly, when it comes down to things like that, always feels like it's more trouble than it's worth. Where is my fan? I think the most frustrating that I've ever seen one time was we had when I worked in a warehouse, there was a truck that came in and it was too tall for the shipping bay because it had like a little bit of a ledge. And I remember they were backing up and they ended up scraping the entire part of the top of their truck on the top. And then because they got basically into an accident there, it held up all the other trucks that were supposed to come in. And it was just like this big hassle and big delay, and everyone was upset at everyone. I was only a warehouse worker, but yeah, I just remember everyone was mad at each other. Everybody. Not a single happy person about that. And I can understand why. All right. Is my solder warmed up? It's not on. What the hell? My old job as a driver at a warehouse, and it was being raided by SWAT. What the? That sounds scary as hell. The owner was a drug lord? Damn, that's super scary. Damn. I can't imagine the struggles that you have to go through to get the stuff sent there. Yeah, there's been some weird ones. Though I think the most strange, it's kind of a funny actually story, but the most strange encounter I've had with shipping was so I have a PO box, and Canada Post, it's with Canada Post. Canada Post left me a pickup notice on my PO box to go pick it up at another PO box, like from another Canada Post that was on the other side of town. So I went to my PO box. They said no. They left us a notice saying a pickup notice, and I had to go about. It was like a 35-minute bus ride to go pick up just a little box. And the funny part about that was it wasn't even my package. It was labeled as Alex, and it had the address on it, but it was someone else entirely. So I remember I went all this way just to pick up nothing and come back, and it was really frustrating. This needs sad music. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Here's my solder. Alrighty. So what games have you guys been playing? Oh, well, let's turn this on. Do you use a Hasselblad X2D for taking keyboard photos? Yes. For the most part, I use a X2D for keyboard shots. I haven't really been using my Fuji GFX much. Seldomly, I'd say. Like, maybe if I need a super up-close macro. But right now, I'm just using the Hasselblad. I think the colors that come out of it are just way more natural and are way easier to edit. So it's been like a huge up on my workflow as well. And I'm probably going to be selling the medium format Fuji. What lens? The 90. This guy. I was going to pick up a macro lens for it, but I think it'd just be too tight with how small my space is. And the 90's been perfect for everything. Been playing Helldivers? I think I'm a little burnt out with Helldivers at the moment. I'm debating on getting the zoom lens. It's so handy having just one lens. I was also considering just getting one additional lens in the future, like way in the future. Not right now. Obviously, it's just way too expensive, but I wouldn't mind also getting a zoom for everyday use, or getting like a 35. Hell, I was even looking at that new 20, was it 25, 28, whatever it was they released recently. Predecessors with us? What is that? Way too lucky. Hades 2? Can I say I don't mean to flex, guys. I already beat the alpha or whatever it's considered right now. Don't mean to flex, but I beat it already. I'm waiting for the rest of it now. Honestly, 50 mil is the perfect spot. I actually have been really liking the 90. The 90 is equivalent to what, a 70 something on a full frame, and I think that's been my sweet spot. I think this lens is the perfect lens for me in all situations. Don't mean to flex, follows up with the flex. I don't mean to flex, guys, but yeah, Hades 2, beat it. I'm actually gonna go back and play Hades 1 because I never actually finished Hades 1. I was really bad at the game for some reason, but with Hades 2, I got really into it and I beat it. But I put a lot of hours into Hades 1, just never beat it. It's a great game, by the way, guys. You should really play Hades if you guys haven't. Actually, you know what? That sounds like the game I want to play tonight. I was going to start up that new content in Destiny, but I feel like that's a kind of a commitment, and I kind of want to do Hades. Less of a commitment, I feel. Hades 2 is a much more polished game. It definitely felt better, I will say that. I played so much Hades when I broke my ankle. Oh, did you? How many hours do you think you put in Elk 1? I'm so curious. Weapon updates. Oh wait, they updated a few days ago? Ooh, time to go play some more. Oh, you guys are gonna be pumped up for Hades now. Okay. Yeah, the first week when that game came out, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, every night I was up till 3 AM playing it. I was just like enamored by the game, dude. It was so good. The magic aspect of Hades 2. Yeah, I know, it's genuinely such a good game. I will say, though, there's one weapon that I have tried in Hades 2, and I think it's just a terrible, terrible weapon. Fuck. It's like the grenade launcher thing. I can't get used to that one. I am just not good with that particular weapon. I think it's kind of, feels kind of nerfed compared to the rest of the stuff. Maybe I'm just not playing it right. You can actually make it super broken? Yeah, I figured as much. Is the iron using the Hako 888D? It is the FX8801, and I'm using it, with the station. I did pick up a new tip for this, though, because this tip is on its last legs, I'd say. It still works fine. Like, obviously, I'm still using it, but I'm probably going to swap it out this weekend. Playing the D2 expansion, but I'll probably end up playing Cyberpunk. I heard, I don't know if anyone can confirm, that Diablo IV had a pretty big update and actually is fun to play now. I reinstalled it the other day. I haven't booted it up, but I'm considering starting a new character. I don't know, though. Do I want to go through it all again? Oh yeah, I don't believe it. Is it really? Yeah, they had I saw a big forum post about it that apparently it's really good right now. It's in a good spot to play. I'm playing Diablo right now. It's great. Oh, look, Vader even said that. Just finished my level 100. Now I'm done. Did you enjoy did you enjoy it more recently? They fixed the loot, but I feel like they still haven't changed the travel speed yet. Well, the loot was the most important thing for me. The loot felt god-awful. I was like level 80 and I had not found anything really. Like, it was just bad. I also felt like the variety of loot, and I don't know if they've changed this and added stuff, the variety of loot sucked. There was just nothing good for my character at the time. Do you have a gaming PC? I do! I don't game on this. There's not much space on my Mac anyways, and I just use this more of a workhorse, but believe it or not, the Mac was still a great purchase. It wasn't crazy expensive, and for what I need it for, it gives me some separation from having to play video games and work. the mob density wasn't really there and the mobs were so far away from each other. Did they fix that too, Wingy? Alex, does the mode Encore require the cut in the PCB to be built? The cut in the PCB? What do you mean by that? Like a flex cut? It uses the standard 65 PCB, so it'd be the exact same as the other one. I don't know. Like I said too, if the updates are as really good as people say, I'm down to give it another shot. Although I feel like Hades would be a better game to play tonight for me if they updated that. Because I still haven't unlocked everything and I just beat the boss. Or bosses. I cannot confirm that the spacing of the mobs have changed, but it was when my clanmates were complaining about it. Actually, if the mob density hasn't really changed, I don't know if I want to play. Because that was also really boring too. You get like 3 mobs and you have to travel a whole lot to get 3 more mobs, and it didn't feel as like fun and chaotic as Diablo 3. Just disappointed with Diablo 4 when I played it. Is it really better now? Oh yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Mob density is amazing, you need to play it to appreciate it. I played a lot of Diablo 4 though. Maybe I'm just spoiled. You know what? Fuck it, I'll give it a try tonight. I don't think I'm doing all that much. Today's a bit more of a slow day for me. Been trying to really, I think this is important, I don't talk about this enough. I've been trying to like balance my work life a little bit and not just make it about keyboards 24/7 and social media. I feel like, honestly guys, there was like 2 months where I just put a lot of weight into like work and stuff and social media and trying to get everything like, you know, I don't know, just good there, and I feel like it did more harm than good to my health. You gonna peek at the Summer Game Fest later today? Summer Game Fest? What's that? Avoiding burnout is such an underrated thing these days, IMO. Yeah, especially because, like, dude, I feel like everyone is in this, well, most people are in this same spot where you're just kind of working, like, more than you probably should these days to stay afloat. I'm nervous? What are you nervous for, Wingy? New Dragon Age gameplay is supposed to be teased this week? Oh. I know we've said this before, but you know what game I have no hopes for anymore? I really don't think the next Elder Scrolls iteration, if even one comes out, is going to be any good. I have a feeling it's going to fall flat in its face. Don't say that? Techium, I'm sorry, dude. But I do. I think it's going to fall flat on its face. If that ever comes out, true. If, keyword. But not working isn't the solution. You need hobbies and activities. I agree, way too lucky. You know, I will say though, way too lucky, one of the things I've been missing lately is, like, I think I've been more into it as the last few weeks. But I hadn't been playing many video games and stuff, and even just like I stopped watching anime because I was just working and stuff, and now I'm kind of doing all that stuff again outside of, you know, when I'm free, and it's fun. It's been great. Tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, Todd. It's gonna come out in 10 years and cost $200, smooch. It's gonna release with a battle pass. You guys just wait. Their games haven't fundamentally changed in like 20 years. I feel though, with the track record of Fallout 76 and that other game that came out, I forget what it's called. I'm trying to forget it mentally in my head. That I have no faith in them anymore. Can't forget about loot boxes. Do they do loot boxes in Fallout 76? I can't remember. JRPGs have been killing it this year? Really? I've actually played a fair chunk of really, really good roguelike games this year, and I've been very, very happy. F76? Which one's that one? After I unpacked my apartment and helped out my parents, I finally found the time to do fun stuff on the weekends. I do plan on spending time with my siblings and go to a used bookstore. That sounds fun, Wingy. Spending time with family is also equally as important, too. If you have the opportunity to do so, that is. Oh, Fallout 76. I thought that was something completely different. I thought we were talking about, like, Final Fantasy or something. FF7 Rebirth. I haven't really done many Final Fantasy games. I played Final Fantasy... What was the one with, like, Yuna, Riku, and Pain? That was the last Final Fantasy I played, by the way. Can I get your email? I'll send you an email right now. Was that 10-2? I don't remember. X2... Was it X-2? That was really fun. That had a fun storyline to it. And then I just kind of lost interest after that one. I was really into that Final Fantasy. Like, that was the last one I was like, dude, this one's sick. I played everyone up to that. Does Kingdom Hearts count as a Final Fantasy game? That's a good question. You know, I've never played Kingdom Hearts. Knights of the Old Republic remake? Oh man, I hope. The games for Star Wars, I heard, have been decent. Per UPS, it's been paid now, and delivery attempt should be next business day. Wait, did you have to pay again, Way Too Lucky? I will check my credit card statement to see if it didn't go through or something. Sure did. Okay, I will double check my credit card statement after this. I'm gonna make that a top priority today. How do you feel about the Acolyte? Lofty, if you're finding it pretty good, I don't want to ruin it for you, dude. You can like it. Obviously, we're all a little different, right? I think it's... Okay, fuck it, I'll just say it. I think it's the worst Star Wars thing that has come out in the last... I personally think it's worse than Book of Boba Fett, to be honest. And I think Book of Boba Fett was pretty bad. Fair. I will say, though, I like the vibe of it. It definitely is giving me, like, the editing style is giving me very, how can I word this? It's giving me very, what's it called? Phantom Menace vibes. I like that. But the acting in it... Well, I know there's only 2 episodes out right now, Kip, but the acting is just... not it for me. Like, it's so boring, it's so flat, none of the characters captivate me. There's already inconsistencies I can see in the show. Okay, I gotta say this. It's not a spoiler, but if you guys don't want to hear it, then that's totally fair. It's not a spoiler, though. It doesn't actually mean anything. It just... So if you guys don't want to hear it, though, just close your ears, and I'll like, do a little wave. I'm giving you guys 5 seconds for this. I gotta talk about this one thing, though. Bro, how is there a fire on the outside of this ship in space? Can someone please fucking explain that to me? Alex? Yeah. That is the biggest what the fuck. It's a magical fire? Wait, you're fucking right. It's nanotech. There's no fucking oxygen. So how is there... That part there, like, she's in a spacesuit, so there's clearly no oxygen. The Force... Right there and there, when I saw it happen, and I'm just like, I'm already out of this. Like, this took me out, bro. This took me out. I'm like, I don't get this at all, dude. How do you know there's no oxygen in their space? I'm assuming all space is the same. You're right. Maybe that's an assumption on my part. But to be fair, there's been a lot of that going around in Star Wars media. I don't know. Consider yourself owned. Hello, any 75% users? Here, I'll do a little wave now. We're done. Anyways, that's all. That's all I need to talk about. Any 75% you would recommend? I'm waiting for the new Sonnet. If you're already waiting for the Sonnet, just wait a little bit longer. There's nothing crazy out right now, I'd say. So... PCP's looking good. Perfect. Find out it's basically something midichlorians. Yeah, there's gonna be lore around it or something. I don't know, man. I just thought it was stupid, to be honest with you guys. I thought it was so dumb. I saw that and I'm just like, what is this, dude? There was also some other really weird inconsistencies that like didn't work for me either. But we'll talk about that another day. The Emperor came back and manually put some fire. Alright, so let's open this guy up. Now, it's been a little while since I opened this, but let's get our screwdriver kit. And then after years, Disney can cancel the lore and say it doesn't exist. I don't think Disney knows what they're doing with anything these days. I really don't. They made a stainless bottom. I don't know if this is stainless or just some sort of polished or PVD'd aluminum piece. I don't know, guys. I'm not too familiar with all the aspects of this board. I think the owner would probably have to tell you. Alex is done with the IEMs. He has all the Kilobuck stuff. No, if you guys are asking about IEM stuff, I am not really into it as much as I used to be. Let's see. Let's use the spudger and get this out. Where did this spudger go again? Is it around here? I feel like I don't really remember. Although I don't see a spot for it. I thought it was, was it around here? I don't remember where it was. It's one of these spots over here. Usually the bottom right. Was it the bottom right? I don't see it. Yeah, all the other ones are right over here usually. But I don't see it. Be honest with you guys. Parallel to the feet. There's not really anything there to grab. No. There's nothing there. I don't see a little gap either. I mean, I thought usually you lift these things, but I guess we'll just do this. I guess there's no little spudger part for this. Maybe this particular version didn't have it. It didn't really magnetize to this, so. But yeah, look. No spudger thing at all. No little indent. It could be aftermarket. I'm not too positive. It's really scratched up on the inside. Is it aftermarket? I don't know. I actually don't know, guys. This is not my board, so I couldn't answer these questions. I'm asking the same questions too. It's aftermarket. Still cool. All right. Someone's fingerprint. Any fun plans this weekend? I am staying in. I am not doing anything this weekend. I do not want to do anything. I think maybe Saturday morning. I don't even know if we're doing this. We might go to a furniture place just to look at stuff, but I don't even want to do that. I just want to chill and do nothing, dude. All right, let's take these guys out. Ooh, my stomach's growling like crazy. How about you? Any fun plans this weekend, guys? Anything at all? Actually, the spudger comes in handy here. If Justin Trudeau was a keyboard, which keyboard would he be? What an interesting question that is. I have no idea. This is tight in here. Jesus. This keyboard's always fun to assemble. Shooting 2-day wedding. Ooh. That sounds stressful, but awesome. Homework and getting myself through a city sitch. I hope it's gonna work itself out, Kip. Don't stress too much about it, man. I know it's easy to say, but dude, I've been in those same situations where I'm stressed for an entire weekend and then I look back on it and I'm like, bro, I should have not stressed. The stock PCB is trash ESD protection. The client did pick up 2. Started collecting parts for a new Sonnet build. Really hyped for the Wuche light tactiles. Well, that's gonna be a fun little thing. Wait. I want to know, what are we talking about Star Wars stuff? I'm so curious. I love Star Wars debates and conversation. It was an interesting observation. The point is that every movie and game setting in a system, depending on how it presents itself, you have to be able to make assumptions. You can make an assumption on any art if you can prove the setting. By the way, thank you guys for making it a very nice, I love debates, by the way. I love debating people on things. It's so much fun. But I appreciate you guys being respectful to one another too. Yeah, I actually will say that I kind of agree with the broad sense of, I think they've made it clear that there's no oxygen in space in Star Wars at the very least. So I don't know. Just take these guys out now. Have you rewatched Dune 2? I have not rewatched it yet. It's on my to rewatch list though. Is this a totally different bit? It is. I don't know if I'm gonna rewatch it anytime soon. Might make a little marathon of it one of these days coming up maybe, but what do you mean General Organa survived in space? Bro, we're not gonna, that doesn't count. That was fan fiction, I heard. I heard that particular movie was fan fiction. I just picked it up on 4K and I want to know your thoughts on the film. I thought Dune, it held my attention. I will admit I probably should have went into Dune 2 rewatching Dune 1, but it held my attention the entire time. I thought the storyline was awesome. It was a good movie. I think they did well with it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Another thing to mention about the fire in space is gravity. In zero gravity, fire does weird things. Usually just becomes a sphere. Oh, that's very true too. I don't know. Honestly, like I said, inconsistencies like that ruin a show for me. Like, I think I probably wouldn't even need... Okay, I'm lying. Maybe I wouldn't be as picky. So, you have to remove the plastic above the arrow cluster if this place doesn't have a hole for it. Plastic above the arrow cluster? Was there plastic above the arrow cluster? Maybe you're onto something. Let's see. Completely unwashable now? Oh, you're right. I do have to remove that little piece of plastic. Jamie is a plastic badge. What is that for? What is this for? All Star Wars movies have been completely unwatchable. Really? You don't like Star Wars? I love Star Wars. I think my favorite Star Wars, though, outside of the movies, though, dude, the Clone Wars series, absolutely insane. I love the Clone Wars. Oh yeah, it's a serial number. Interesting. Put that there, I guess. Very, very, very interesting. Return of the Jedi has always been top for me. I think out of all space stuff, I don't know, what's your favorite like space themed movie or anything like that? Do you guys have one? I'm a zoomer. I grew up on Clone Wars. Clone Wars is so good though. So good. Event Horizon, that's fair. Dune is Star Wars. I would argue that Harry Potter is Star Wars. No one hate me. Spaceballs, Starship Trooper, Return of the Jedi in 2001 ASO. Oh, wrong bit. One more for Interstellar. Interstellar is amazing. I loved that movie. I've watched it a few times. One is fantasy, the other one is space opera. Any opinions on Alpaca V2s? Okay, so Logan, I think the reason why people aren't talking too much about alpacas or any of the JWK stuff these days, and let me be clear, they're still good switches. It's the inconsistency of JWK. They're just way too inconsistent to have great recommendations. So they haven't been doing the absolute best job as like a company, I guess, making sure their molds are consistent, etc., etc. So I think a lot of people have been noticing that. Yeah, and they also have pretty expensive options too, which is just isn't fun when you're like trying to build a board and you know those particular things have issues, so you're just like, why would I spend more money on problems? I want to try those new TTC switches. Oh, I saw those. Yeah, those looked interesting too. This bit now. Someone mentioned the movie The Martian, and yes, I remember The Martian. That was good too. You're talking about the one with wait. Are we talking about the one with Matt Damon? We're not talking about... Okay, for some reason in my brain, there's another movie that I think is in my head right now. I don't remember what it was, but... Poop Eater? Marvin the Martian. That's what I'm thinking. And I was like, wait a second, hold on. My brain's not. What switch would you use if you're in an office with sound-sensitive people? Hamu Heartbeats. Those are the best silent switches I've ever used, ever. There's some pretty good silent switches nowadays, but I would still probably go with those guys. Zeal clickies. Damn, everyone just saying clickies. That's crazy. Kale box jades. A little heart at the end. You know he means serious business. Anything that kind of feels like alpacas? Okay, I think, okay, to be fair, Logan, let me try to give you a good overview on switches. I think going from alpacas to obscuras, one's a long pull, one's full travel, you're going to have a bad time as a comparison. I think if you're going to go from alpacas to something else, my personal little recommendation to you, I would probably say go with KTT stuff. Check out KTT. I think you'd probably enjoy them, or even Akko stuff. Those I feel are more comparable in like sound and even feel. Probably KTT Roses would be a good little checkout, I'd say. But I wouldn't go with Obscuras or anything long pull. I would probably stay away from if you're already invested into the sound profile of alpacas. Akko has a whole bunch of different switches, but I would probably, like, honestly, all the same thing. Go with KTT Roses, I'd say. Who said CES was giving out unreleased KTT switches? Oh, really? Was that happening? That's pretty fun. That is interesting. HMX Silent Sakura switches. Ooh, gotta love HMX stuff. Bro, I'm jelly. I heard there's a lot of keyboard stuff there. Yeah, there's a lot of screws in this board, huh? Definitely a more delicate board as well. What is that C3PO thing? It is a very, 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 very old USB drive. It's from 2008. Oh, backwards. It's a very old USB. It's my only USB that I have. I don't have any USBs, dude. I remember those things. Does it have Bitcoin? No, it originally, do you guys know what DDU is? I used this to wipe drivers off of something. That's the only thing I used it for. But I don't even think it has the capacity to hold some of the more modern display driver uninstaller stuff. So I still have my Stormtrooper drive. Yeah, back when there was like fun little cute tech products. Nowadays everything's so lame. All right, let's put this back on. I don't love putting this one here on, but there we go. All right, it's on. And now let's screw it into place. Lame, we have keyboards. Well, outside of the keyboard space. We'll say outside of this space here. There's definitely some very lame products out there these days. Make a face in the mirror, please, 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 please. Wait. Give me a little wink. I see some sites have KTT Rose while others have KTT Rose Silence. One's gonna be silent switch, so one won't make noise. I would just go with the KTT Roses. Don't go with silent switches. Probably not what you want. Alex, have you ever used macro tube extensions before? Not particularly the Fuji ones, but I have used them for my cameras before. All right. I think this is the time you guys have all been waiting for now. Dang, it's just way better to get a macro lens. Spend the money on it. Should we bets on how many number of times we have to wipe down this baby? Well, you know what, Marcia? I don't have to put too much stock into it because I already had like some imperfections already. So, but how you doing, Marcia? If you guys don't know, Marcia also streams APRA keyboards. She also has a wonderful set live on Novel Keys today. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really nice. Marcia, I don't mean to offend. I think this version of it is, I kind of prefer it more than the original Noir. I'm not going to lie. I like this set a little bit more. I think the colors are a little bit more like me. But it's very nice. It's very, very awesome. GMK Marcia, I always preferred it too. Did you? Yeah, I think this version here is more me. I just bought KKB Red Alert. Ooh, that just came out recently, right? I think so, right? I can't remember. All right. Let's do / prediction. This build was soldered, yes. I already soldered it all. All right, you guys know the drill. The package was well packed. Will this set be messed up? You guys can make the choice. Don't hate me though. It was well packed. I'm not gonna flip it over. I think this is the right way. Yeah, it's the right way. I'll let you guys decide. Hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate, man. Just joined for the Gamba. Thanks all for being here, by the way. I know it's a Friday, middle of the day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the subscriptions, guys. I really appreciate all of you for being here. And also a little update for Sunday stream. It probably will be moved to 7 o'clock just because I will be doing some family stuff and I don't want to miss it. So little change of time. Still doing a stream though. 50K on yes? Damn, no confidence? Why is my music being all weird? Do you guys hear that too? Hold on 1 second, let me do this. I think it's YouTube. I believe 7 a.m. or p.m. p.m. We'll do p.m. Do I believe? I don't know if I believe. I'll let you guys be the judges. Sometimes I think a set's gonna be not messed up and it's messed up. And vice versa. Pen paw? Dude, this music's being kind of funky. I don't know why it's doing this. Let me pause my music. That was a good pen pop. That was pretty good. The packaging looks too good. Does 3-pin versus 5-pin make a difference? I mean, it can. All right, guys. Actually, let me just refresh the page for YouTube here. There we go. Now it's working. Music glitching? Yeah, I had to refresh the YouTube page. You know what I just thought of? What? Never mind. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say this and give people ideas. Never mind. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, dude. What's to stop players from sending me this, shaking it up on purpose, and then voting against the set? Like, what if players... Nothing? Yeah, I know, and there's no way I can tell. Match fixing? Genius? Sad behavior? Rigged? It's a nice set, though. British Racing Green. Players would never, though. Right, players? It's kind of genius, though. All right. Okay, we've never had a problem with the... Oh, dude, this green is so nice. Ooh! Oh! dude, this is not looking good. No, this is not messed up. These will slide regardless. This is not messed up. Hold on. We still have the bottom. Oh, this is one of the nicest ones I've seen. Okay, dude. Predictions, this is not messed up. Damn. Choose outcome, nope. Damn, dude. Let me before I hit yes on this. No, we look good. We look good, guys. All right. No, not messed up. Damn, dude. That's a pretty big upset. That was like 3-1 stuff right there, dude. That's crazy. Compliment for Elquan. Elquan, you're as beautiful as the board I built for you the other day. All right, Elquan, I love you, dude. I hope you're having the greatest of all Fridays today and have an amazing weekend. Love you, bro. Hear me out. What are we hearing out, Marcia? Just went over 80K. Thanks, everyone. Who's to say players didn't organize it and re-shrink wrap it? How does this shrink wrap look? Does it look legit? The metagaming is crazy. Damn. Little GMK dust everywhere, though. Can't really avoid that, but it is what it is.
Hello, Alex.
Mark,
oh,
thank
man,
you so
it's been
much.
a while. I never make it to stream lately. Sad.
Have you been busy lately? Is that why? Dude, don't even stress, bro. Player said, psh. Players ain't throwing the match like this, dude. Look how pretty this is. Look how nice this is, dude. What a great little... Is this a Rama one? I think this was. Oh no, this is just a Monike one. This is nice. That looks so good already there. I have an intuition of saying no, but didn't want to lose my points. Still won 13K. Sometimes you gotta go with your gut. Gotta tune all the stabs to this. We'll do that after the stream. Well, I guess as we need to here. Dude, this is an excellent set. Truly it is. I don't know if we want to put both the artisans on. Did you want both the artisans on, player? This is a carbon fiber plate, yeah. Damn. How many points did you guys lose? I'm down 16K. Second artisan on F13. We could do that. Does BRG come with an F13? It doesn't. It's disappointing. I lost 110? Oh! It's okay, guys. If it makes you feel better, the points don't really have a whole lot of uses. I have never thought of anything to make the points useful. And the few things I've thought of are mostly just community goal stuff, so if it makes you feel any better. Also, this is my daily reminder that if you're building keyboards, make sure that everything that you guys do when it comes to the board is flush against the PCB and you seat everything correctly, because the last thing you want to do is have something that's not seated nicely and then you have either crooked keys or parts of the board where it just doesn't sound good, because sound can be affected by how well you solder something into. Little ball spin. $100K to kiss a client's build. No, that would have to be done by the client though. Second artisan, yeah, we'll do the second artisan soon here, guys, too. Need more gambas, to be honest. What else could we gamble on though with points? Like, I don't know. Is there something else fun we could do? New mouse? Yeah, I went with a new mouse. My old one was getting a little bit worn out to the point where it felt funny to use. Like it just genuinely did not feel good. You're saying this as I am 70% through reflowing and reseating every switch in the cloud line because of the aluminum plate. Yeah, it's super important. I'm glad you're doing that now though, Fit for Battle, because some people don't do it at all. Then they'll write off the keyboard as just not good. And I think it's super important to go through all your switches and seat them properly. Or at least just ensure it as you're doing it, you know? How many Nixies are in my pocket that day? Today? Today was a whole batch, you know? I always only solder one leg. Very smart of you to do that too. Honestly, if you are doing something like that, you'll probably get the best results. Hi, new here. Are you doing this as a hobby? I mean, technically it's a hobby. For me, it might be a little bit more like I build clients' keyboards, like today is a client board, but I don't know how to answer that properly, actually. I think it's a little bit of both for me. I don't think it's something I try not to be super like, not serious about it per se, but I try not to be super I guess serious about stuff like this. I still take it with as much seriousness as I can, and I still I try to be respectful towards everyone's time in the hobby and whatnot too, and you know, oh, there is an F13, my bad. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know a great way to answer this question. I try though. You did, Idiom. We had a big upset though. There was a big upset. I actually like that better on the F13. This board's looking sweet. Sorry for all the I think the light's kind of getting drowned out in my room now because the sun's starting to go away. Or come into the room here. Oops, where's my light going? What's going on here, light? Yeah, I might have to go close the shade here in a second. No, this set is super classy. I really wanted this when it came out. Never got it just because of financial stuff that was going on, and then when extras did drop, I was slow with them and then missed my opportunity. Very much missed my opportunity for this. Bit sad. One that I missed was Fuyu and Mizu. Oh, Mizu was another one that I think a lot of people had a bad time with and just missed. Bit unfortunate. GMK, or is it the PBT version? Because I personally, like, I know some people love their PBT keycaps. We're all a little different. I prefer the ABS versions. Last I checked, they didn't have this in stock. All right. We are looking good here. Sorry, that was loud. Yeah, it's the PBT one usually. Sound profile, peanut butter. That's it. Sound profile and ABS just sounds so nice. Oh, let me go close the blinds. It's crazy how it goes from extremely sunny to raining this morning, and now back to extremely sunny. Well, I want to just tune the stab just a smidge before we start typing on it. I can already tell this is gonna sound real good though. Look how nice this looks already. Clouds probably. Yeah, probably the clouds blocking out the sun, you know. One of those things. One of those small little tidbits of info. Always wanted a Jane. I think the client picked some really good parts for this. I'll go through all the stabs again just so the client knows and all you guys know too. I always go through everything twice when it comes to tuning. So there's two methods that I do. Ooh, that does sound real good. It's It's a nice looking board though. I think this turned out really fantastic. It's a great keycap set for this as well. Looks so classy. Alphas are sounding good too. Nice top mount sound. You tune the left side of the stab a little bit more so you guys can hear. Look at that. What I find though when I'm tuning cherry stabs, just as a little tip for you guys too, break them in first a little bit. This sounds really silly, but type on them for like 20 minutes and let the lube kind of settle. Then go back and do your phase 2 of your tune-up. Don't just like inject a crap ton of lube in there. Ooh, the number on this sounds so good. Ooh, that sounds crazy with the metal. Sounds not like endgame, but you have to remember there's no such thing as endgame, Miv. Endgame is how you end your enjoyment with a hobby real quick. I don't know about you guys, but when I enjoy something, I try not to make it end quick. It sounds really good. I really like the way this sounds. It's soldered, so I can't really just take it apart as quickly as I probably want to. Way too lucky. The mods all sound great. I really like the number row. A lot. It's nice. And he is a myth from hypebeasts who just want to spend more money and no difference. Players, do we like it? Is there anything we want changed? Fuck. I love the number O so much. A Jane me? I don't know. I don't really go after Janes too much, but sounds awesome. Yeah, I think this turned out great. Dust. Okay, so you just want to see some more parts of the keyboard here. Need to wipe down the back a little bit more. There's the side. Oh, look, GMK dust everywhere too. This will get a nice like little air blast later on. And we got the back of the keyboard here with the little Jane Tolbarone there. It's all shiny everywhere. And then we got this side of the board. Irish, thank you so much for the prime, dude. So nice.
Hi.
Wait, uneven screw spacing? Oh, I forgot about that. I totally forgot that was a thing with this board. I always forget, and then someone points it out, and I'm like, oh yeah. Just maybe want to look at old Air Kings. Thank you, Irish. Appreciate you, dude. GTA weather. We're supposed to be working on a deck outside, raining all morning. Now looks okay. Might even storm in 5. You know, the clouds look normal now, but I wouldn't put it past it just like raining again, dude. Moldy, I get you, dude. This also has a right aligned USB, which I like too. Sounds nice. Although the E switch is intermittent. I think maybe the switch is bad. If I press on it really hard, it works, but I'll have to go in and fix that too. But this is why we do testing on all this stuff. It happens, by the way, guys. Don't ever feel bad if like you have a bad switch. Sometimes it happens with switches, so.
Thanks for all the advice. Did you get your hands on the new Sonnet or is it too soon?
Not too soon, but I will get it next week. Or I think it's coming in next week, but I'm going to be streaming it at the end of the month. All right, let's go find someone to raid. Although I don't think I have a copy paste on this because this is normally where the command key is. But thank you, Logan. I appreciate the tier 1, dude. Thank you so much for letting me build this keyboard today, guys. I hope everyone had fun today on today's stream. Nice. I hope everyone had fun. That's me. Let's go raid Marcia. She's doing the SAT75X. I'll be doing mine in like July. I'm not doing mine for a while. But thanks, guys, for tuning in today. I had fun. Today was a fun build. It was nice to see how this set looks in person. It's been a long time since I got to, well, I've never seen BRG in person, so this was nice to see. I'm now on Diablo IV if anyone wants to play together. Oh, are you going to try it out, Platey? Oh, I think I'm lagging a little bit. I think my internet's being a little funny right now. All right, there, guys. Take care, everyone. See ya. And let's go raid Marcia. Bye, everybody. It's fun to see you live for the first time, Alex. I was happy to have you here, too, man. It's the rain? I don't know. I think it's just my internet. I can see it going up and down. Luckily, we're not dropping frames. We're just dropping kilobytes per second. So, bye, everyone. See you later, and talk to you all very, very soon. Love the board. Can't wait to get it. Can't wait to ship it back to you. I'll take a few pictures for you two players. And see you guys Sunday. Everybody.